elementary. We go back so many, many years, and we certainly thank you for being here with your family. Am I missing somebody? Oh, of course. And then I've got my neighbors for many years, Luke and Joe Ortiz, that are here in the family. Thank you, Michelle. And Janie. Janie Vasquez, thank you, Janie, for being here. I'll let you recognize me.
Monica and Margaret, Lisa and Joey, and my friend Tina and her husband, Julian, and everybody else that's here. Sylvia and my cousins, Sylvia, Janie, Pete, Alicia, and Debbie. And of course, last but not least, Alicia and Bob Wilmore. Because we cannot function without them. And Corina, Ashley, and Kyle. And the girls, Doreen, Darlene, Lorena. Thank you, girls, because you really worked hard today. You really did. Michaela, Camille, Marisa, Abram. Y'all really worked hard. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a little over 53 years ago that I ran into this girl. I didn't know at the time that she was going to capture me and keep me captured for all these years, 50 years. I was downtown Seagraves just minding my own business when she grabbed me. I just couldn't get away from her. It's been a blessing, really. She's been the foundation of our family, and she's been a very strong supporter of me through my highs and lows in my life. And sometimes it's been real thin, sometimes real thick. There's been a lot of thin and not much thick. I told her one time, hey, baby. I said, you know, I've done a lot of things in my life. I said, when I first got married, I was pumping gas for $45 a week, you know. And then I happened to move to Lubbock, and I worked for Great Plains Manufacturing for 20 years, and I got into the sales business. I said, I've sold farm equipment, pumped gas. I worked for radio and television broadcasting. I've sold cars and sold furniture. I said, the only thing I've never done is make money. And she said, I know that for a fact. But anyway, I've got my children up here. We've been blessed with 4 wonderful children. We are so happy with them and that they are professionals in their field. And I guess it was something that Rosa did to raise these kids, because I wasn't around much of the time. I was always on the road working. But we certainly are real proud of our children and their children. And we thank the Lord for blessing us with them, and that they're all been healthy and good. We've always been very close. And I've got my daughter, Laura, that is here all the way from Alaska with our 2 granddaughters, Michaela and Camille. They're running around here somewhere, but she's come all the way from Alaska to join us in this celebration tonight. I would like to introduce my children. My oldest is Diana. Diana, come up here. This is Diana Gloria Nelson. Great to see you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming far and wide to celebrate Mom and Dad's anniversary. Knock it off. Well, Mom and Dad have been the best parents ever and have always supported us. And I'm glad that on December 9th, 1961, that she decided to marry this real skinny guy from Seagraves. And since she was a real hottie from Seagraves, and she thought, well, I'll just go ahead and marry this guy. That way he won't be alone by himself for the rest of his life. So she had us, and I hope on that wedding day that they looked at each other with adoring eyes and said, wow, we're going to have a great life together. And I hope they woke up this morning and he with adoring eyes and Mom with maybe some scorn in hers. I don't know. But then she looked at him with the CPAP machine looking like Snuffleupagus and said, wow, it's all been worth it. All these 50 years. We had great kids, great grandkids, great family and friends, and we love you, every single one of you, very much. Now, Joey.
Well, let me start out by saying that my mother told me yesterday not to say anything that would embarrass her, so I guess I just have to embarrass Dad only. But, I mean, there's a lot of people here to thank, but I do want to point out one thing, that my anniversary was yesterday, 10 years. That's right. I was so glad that I took an interest in your voice, honey, and wanted to find out more about you. And I'm really happy that we're together. We have a cute little boy who doesn't listen a lot. But you know, I know on the other side, too, that she's pretty lucky, too, because anyone that's married to a Davila knows how laid back and cool we are. But,
Score.
I do think it's a funny story that when Dad saw Mom walking into the store, and I think I told this 5 years ago, that he went up to her and asked her what her name was, and she said, "None of your business." And that's how it started. That's a true story, right? But you had the potential cat out. I think Dad touched on it earlier that I would like to remember Alfredo Barón and Richard Davila, who were really good people, good men, good friends, and good fathers. And I wish that they were here. I really do. And they were Dad's best friends and family friends. And I really miss them. I really do. I made a few notes here. Let me just bring it up here.
What's the score?
I know. The only other, I mean, there's so many people to mention. My parents mentioned a lot of them. I did want to say something to our cousin Angelica, who spent a lot of time with us, a lot of summers with us. And she always had said how mean me and Diana were to her.
We were? It's true.
But I wanted to tell her that we weren't mean to you. We treated you just as bad as we treated Lori and Cindy. And we did that because we loved you. You were like a little sister to us. You really were. But other than that, I'm glad that my cousins are here, the Davilas are here, that Ernie's here, and everyone else. And I think Mom and Dad have thanked just about everybody, but I'm really, really happy that Mom and Dad made it this far. And I just want to tell you, Dad and Mom, that you did a pretty good job. Your kids didn't come out too messed up. And none of us got in trouble. None of us got hooked on drugs or anything like that. And the only other thing I want to say is that when I was in high school, Dad did have me a pretty late curfew on the weekends, 1 o'clock. And I only violated it one time. I fell asleep at my girlfriend's house. And about 2 minutes after 1, he called over there. And I was asleep on the couch. And he said to get home. And I woke up, my nose started bleeding. I must have had a problem with that. And so I was trying to get it to stop. About the amount of time it was taking to drive home, Dad calls again. And my girlfriend told him, well, his nose is bleeding. Dad said, I don't care. He can drive home with a nosebleed. And he got me up the next morning at 6 in the morning and said, you didn't let me sleep. You don't get to sleep. Well, I didn't know all this time that he'd stayed awake till 1 o'clock till I got home. I didn't know that, and I really admire that, Dad. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dad.
I forgot that Joey and Danielle, Danielle Davila, that's our daughter-in-law, Joey's wife. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary, which was yesterday. And Joey had to go all the way to Canada to bring Danielle back to Texas, and we are certainly proud to have her as part of our family. And they blessed us with a beautiful grandson at the end, which you see him out there doing his Spider-Man thing. Down in Florida. He's not retarded, that's just it.
You gotta love it.
This is my daughter's thing.
You gotta love your in-laws.
One of a kind.
He's taking you back for embarrassing mom. I also want to say thank you all for being here. It's so awesome that you all decided to take this night and join us on this wonderful occasion of my parents. I had written a little speech, but I can't read it from over there on the little computer, but I'll try to remember what I had said. 50 years, wow, that's just amazing. And if you try to put that in a little time capsule and you think about all the years that have passed, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then the millennium, and you think about all the people that touched our lives during that time, and you think about those that aren't here, and I guess we all touched on that because there are a lot of people that came into our lives and are no longer here. One of them, of course, was my grandmother, my father's mother. Wow.
No.
Chula.
No.
There's so many people that just affected our lives, and sometimes those people, when they do depart and they leave us, we're never the same again. One of those was also my Aunt Chris. Wow. My other aunts, my Aunt Chelo, my Aunt Felipa, some special cousins, my cousin John David, my cousin John Anthony, probably many more that it's too hard and too long to mention. But I just want to say that when you go back and you reminisce on those people and all those memories,
why?
It's like hitting a treasure chest when you go back.
Ask if you can use your camera.
And you remember and you recall all the good times that we had, all the memories that were made. And it's just remarkable that Mom and Dad lasted 50 years. It just astounds me that 50 years have come and gone. That means, Dana, that you're really old. But I don't know, but I must really look old because when we're together, Dad and I, people are always like, "Oh, is she your older sister? Or is that your mother?" Oh my God, no. Thank you, Tia. But I just want to say that there are some really special people here tonight. My cousins that are girls that you know who you are. You are my sisters, Karina, Doreen, Darlene, Lorraine. I used to love to say that as a rhyme. My cousin Angelica, you know what you mean to us, girl. Barbie, you're a little baby girl. Barbie doll. Yes, that is Barbie doll over there. But I just want to say again, thank you all so much for coming out and being with us tonight. And let's all have a good time. Amen to that. Lori, thanks you all for being here tonight.
Okay, we should, our barbecue man has just arrived, mi compadre Luis Rodríguez. Yo creo que lo traban en burro porque apenas llegó. We got some tea. We apologize for not having the refreshments, but we have sent for some refreshments. They should be here shortly, so we apologize for that. At this time, we are going to do a little video that Cindy and Johnny have put together for us, and that I think if some of y'all want to kind of stand around, we're going to present it back over this side over here. So y'all might want to, if you want to look at it, it's we're going to dim the lights a little bit, so kind of stay in that area if you want to, or just come up here and we would appreciate you looking at this video that she did for us. Our DJ.